Hey folks, Sylvius here, back for part 2 of sorts. I know I said I was just going to do this as like a playthrough kind of aspect, but I think if you look over on my overlay that's over on the side, which is about to go away, it said, like, it doesn't matter. It don't matter. Now, where did you come from? I guess it doesn't matter. I am Randall, the Traveler. This is Korthos Village, and it's going through hard times. What hard times, you say? Why don't you have a look around the village and find out yourself? Whoops, I definitely did not mean to click that. Alright. Fun fact, by the way, you can totally climb up everybody's house and be rude about it while you are a giant orc with a flaming axe. But yeah, good times. Alright, so we got a couple of things I want to do in the village. First, I want to pick up a hireling. Hirelings are invaluable for anybody who's playing solo. For the most part, you're going to kind of consistently want healers. Healers will keep you alive, and you basically need a healer for most dungeons. Unless you're a healer yourself. But anyway, I'm going to pick up these quests here. The fisherman sitting before you... A little bit of lag there. Sitting before you winces as he bandages his legs. What happened to you? It was the Devourer cult. They came and destroyed our Korthos crystals. We tried to stop them. Vogel here was hit pretty bad, and I think I broke my ankle. But we got away with one crystal, just one. We put it in the basement of Korthos Hall. They'll come back for it tonight, and we're in no shape to stop them. I think it's time... Well, let's see what's so important. These crystals were holding back all this unnatural ice. With the one remaining, we might be able to stave off the cold, but without it, Korthos would freeze over within a week. Come to mention it, aren't the islands of Shagaroth's teeth supposed to be warm? Where's this ice coming from? Pah, it's the dragon that's freezing the island over. May she be thrice blighted. She's blocked the harbor and froze us all into the ninth hell. Nobody knows why she's helping the Swaggin and the cult, but I swear, if something isn't done, we're all in big trouble. Alright, I'll protect the crystal for him. That is one quest I've picked up. Should be another quest in here, I think. Let's pick up this dude's quest. You're a dangerous fighter if I've ever seen one, but I reckon you've got a heart too. Up for helping us poor Korthos folk? Depends. What kind of help do you need? See that house yonder north? That's our storehouse, and in the back room old Lars Haten put his scrolls. Now the good folks of Korthos need that scroll, so someone's got to go in and get it. I'd do it myself, but the storehouse got a wee infestation. Rodents and spiders is all. But here's the kick. Old Haten put a shield to keep Scally Swaggin' hands off the scrolls. Only he ain't around no more to turn it off, but I'm sure you're bright enough to do it. Alright, I'll bring the scroll back for you. Oh, you know what? While I'm here, I want to talk to the fighter trainer, who should be right there. So this can let me spend my enhancement points. By the way, just for the record, this whole thing right here did not exist the last time I played the game. So the way this works here is these things on the bottom are core enhancements. This is for human, and then these are for like prestige classes you could kind of consider. And this one, I don't know what it is. This is new. And I'm not really sure what that means. But anyway. The human one is slightly different in that all these things that are available down here... Oh, sorry. I forgot I'm a half-orc. All of the half-orc ones are available right off the bat. Or no, they're not. Okay, interesting. Anyway, these core enhancement ones, ignore everything I just said about that, by the way. Start on the left. You can only access the one on the left at first. After you've spent 1 point in this, you can go up to this row. And everything in this row you can get access to. If there's an arrow pointing up to something... It means you need to have that to be able to take that, and so on. If it's red, it means I don't meet a requirement, I believe. I could be wrong. Yeah, I'm not sure. Because I don't meet the requirement for this either. Whatever. It don't matter. Some of them have requirements, though. You can see this one requires the least dragon mark of finding, for example, and I don't have that. So let's see, what do we got here? When below 80% health, you gain a +2 morale bonus to strength. It's kind of annoying that I'm going to need to take that so that I can take these other things. Maybe. Okay, yeah. Because that one looks pretty good. And what's this one do? Bonus to will saving throws? That's not huge. What's this do? Select a group of weapons as your Kensai focus. You gain +1 to hit with these weapons, and many Kensai abilities require that you use one of these weapons. How does this work? Bows, axes, crossbows, druidic weapons, clubs, daggers, darts, quarterstaffs, scimitars, sickles, and unarmed combat. Interesting. Heavy blades. Falchions, great swords, long swords, and scimitars. So what was axes then? Battle axes, great axes, hand axes, and throwing axes, and also dwarven axes if you have that. Light blades, which are daggers, kukris, rapiers, short swords, and throwing daggers. Maces and clubs. Clubs, light maces, heavy maces, great clubs, morning stars, and quarterstaves. Martial arts, which is unarmed fighting, plus a couple of other things. Pick and hammers. Light picks, heavy picks, light hammers, war hammers, mauls, throwing hammers. Alright, that's interesting. I haven't decided whether or not I want to use swords, axes, or clubs. There is some differences, and in a lot of situations you might want to switch. Certain enemies are resistant to certain types. I'm not going to take that for now, just because I'm not really sure what I'm doing. So we'll save that for later. What's this, though? You gain 1 hit point for each action point you spend in this tree. Each stalwart defender core ability you possess, including this one, grants you 3% fortification. Fortification is a chance to ignore critical hits, just for the record. While you have a shield equipped, you gain +1 to hit and damage with your main hand weapon and with your shield bash attacks. Okay. I'm pretty confident I'm not using that. And what is this? Harper Agent? +1 to hit versus evil, +1 universal spell points. What is this, like a spellcaster? Weird. This is like a spellcaster class. Requires Agent of Good. Wow. Huh, interesting. Yeah, it's like a weird class if I was like multi-classing into something that also gives me spell points. Interesting. I'm not super thrilled about that. We'll take my little Orcish Fury thing, just because it seems solid. By the way, you can reset those, but it costs a little bit of money. Not a huge amount, by the way. It costs a little bit of money, and it takes... you can only do it, like, every so often. Alright, let's do this quest here. Now, this is the thing I was talking about last video, where I was talking about the difficulties. Quests are casual, normal, hard, and elite. You'll see up here the level of the quest. 1, 1, 2, and 3. If this quest was already level 2, casual would reduce it by 1. You get higher experience points, obviously, from elite, and, you know, at the same time it's harder. Furthermore, the treasure chests in the dungeon are based off of the level of the chest. The level of the dungeon. So this dungeon would be level 3 on elite, so the loot I get would be for level 3, and so on. Furthermore, you get a bonus the first time you complete it on certain difficulties, too. So if you wanted to, like, get the maximum amount of EXP, you would kind of do it on, like, normal, then hard, then elite. For people who aren't VIPs, which means you subscribe, pay the monthly fee of $15, you start with only normal unlocked, and you need to beat the dungeon on normal, then beat the dungeon on hard, then beat the dungeon on elite. Furthermore, there's bravery bonuses, which will trigger if you go in for the first time on a higher difficulty. So if I go in on an elite, completing this dungeon at difficulty will earn an elite bravery bonus. Well, let's say, bravery bonuses are special EXP bonuses you can earn by playing hard elite and Reaper difficulty. I don't know what Reaper is, by the way. That didn't exist the last time I played. In a certain way. To qualify for one, you must play on hard, elite, or Reaper difficulty on your first time through a given quest, and cannot be more than 2 levels higher than the quest level on normal difficulty. Normal difficulty is 1, so I could get the bravery bonus if I was level 3, not if I was level 4. If you succeed at completing multiple quests in this way in a row, you will start a bravery streak. The longer your bravery streak, the more bonus EXP you receive. If you are not eligible for a bravery bonus in a given quest, you can still play the quest and you will not disrupt your bravery streaks you have going. So, for example, if I were level 4, I could do this on any difficulty I want without interfering with the things. Got it? Good. This is grouping options. It can like let people join your party and things like that. There's one thing I want to point out before I go in, though. I believe that button. Yeah. Alright, so these are the various houses in the game. The Agents of Argoness, House Cannith, the Silver Flame, the Purple Dragon Knights, House Fjarlin, House Kundarak, House Jarosco, the 12, the Gatekeepers, House Deneth, the Yugoloth, the Coin Lords, the Free Agents, the Harpers. And then you also have Total Favor. Quests provide favor when you can complete them. This is actually super relevant, by the way, for anybody who wants to try this game. When you complete a quest, I can, can I search by level? Perfect. So yeah, the Storehouse Secret, for instance, the patron of that is the Coin Lords. It won't tell me how much I'm going to get until I actually do it. But Casual gives you, like, let's say 1 favor point. Normal would give you 2. Hard would give you 3, and Elite would give you 4. Usually it's more like 2, 4, 6, 8, or something along those lines, just for the record. If you complete it on hard, you get the favor points that you would have gotten for normal and casual, so you don't need to repeat it 4 times, for example. Doing it once on Elite will get you all the favor that quest can possibly give you. Got it? Okay. When you get favor for the Coin Lords, it's added up here, and when you get 75, you'll become well known, and you'll get some kind of effect for it. When your total favor hits 400, you'll unlock the Drow class. Or, I'm sorry, the Drow race, the Dark Elf. The reason why favor farming, though, is important is because every 100 favor you get, and I don't know how to open it, actually. That's not what I meant. Push. There we go. Turbine store. Alright. Every 100 favor you get 25 turbine points. I currently have 7,174, which is a lot, just for the record. Turbine points can be used to purchase anything in their store. From, like, VIP subscribers get access to, they can have 10 characters on a world. If you're free, I think you can only have 2. Shared bank, additional bank space, you can buy various items and things like that. You can buy cosmetic things and stuff like that. EXP boosts, which are not huge, just for the record. They're only 20% bonus to EXP for 6 hours and things like that. But what's important is... Where is it here? Account? Adventures. Awesome. Alright. You can buy the adventure packs. Interesting. When you're VIP, you get access to most of the adventure packs, but not the major ones. So, for example, like, there's a place in when I get to the mainland called the Catacombs. That's an adventure pack. Can I search for ones that I have? That's not what I meant to do. Show all items? There we go. Yeah, okay. So, for example, like the Devil's Assault here. I already own it because I'm a VIP, so I get it, like, automatically. If you weren't VIP and you were free to play, you would have to farm 350 favor. Every 100 favor is 25 turbine points. So you can keep making new characters, for instance, and then just keep farming the same favor over and over again. And that is how you would potentially be able to... It would take you a while, but you could buy everything that a VIP player has. Anyway, I'm going in on Elite
Dust
so I can get the maximum
and
XP.
mold fill this ill-maintained storehouse. You can hear the telltale skittering of vermin nearby.
So I'm summoning my hireling. Her job is to keep me from dying. They work mostly okay. Sometimes they're a little stupid with what they're trying to do. There's also, like, a concept of casting time. So sometimes they start casting something that they probably shouldn't have, and then don't get to heal you in time. Furthermore, there's a concept called concentration in this game, where, for spellcasters, when they're getting attacked in melee by an enemy, they have to make a concentration check or they fail their spell. So sometimes they'll be getting attacked and try to like heal themselves because they're getting injured. So they'll stand there and keep trying to heal themselves while the enemies keep attacking them, and then they keep failing the spell.
The door's lock is beyond hope of picking. Hopefully the key is still somewhere in the storehouse.
For the most part, though, they work okay. I use healers pretty much exclusively, with very, very limited exceptions. And those exceptions are basically only on dungeons that require me to have a rogue. You can only bring one hireling in, too, unless you bought it from the DDO store using turbine points. You can buy additional ones from the turbine store, though.
This appears to be the main storeroom,
which is sometimes important, like for those examples I said where I need a rogue. I probably will also need a healer. The one time, though, where you might not take a healer is when you yourself are a healer. You're a cleric or something along those lines.
Silver key falls out of the crate.
There we go.
A Sahagin emerges from a hidden passage.
This dude is a sub-boss. His name is not red, it's orange. He is able to be hit by certain attacks. Ah, I sundered his armor and then critical hit him. Cure light wounds. Real quick, I want to point out something else too. This is the EXP I'm gaining for this quest real quick. The base EXP is 292. First time having completed on Elite difficulty, plus 80% EXP. You've never played this adventure before and have chosen to play on Elite difficulty, Bravery bonus, 20%. You've killed enough monsters to get an Aggression bonus. This, like, orangish yellow is the first grade of tier. If I kill more enemies, it will become, I believe it's called Onslaught. You know, I forgot the actual word is, but it'll be a bluish color. And then if I kill even more, it'll become this yellow color here. You also get bonus EXP for breaking things. See how I broke 36 things? Mischief bonus 8%. Now if I break enough things, it might switch colors. Nope, still just the mischief bonus. It's kind of a hidden factoid, by the way, like what the total is that you need to kill. And one other thing I want to mention here, too, is some dungeons that you can do fast, but that have tons of boxes, it might not, if you can repeat the dungeon quickly. Anyway, now here's the thing. This chest doesn't give scripted stuff. This was randomly generated. So I got a +2 Thundering Shortbow. +2 increases its damage and its chance to hit by 2. If it was armor or shield, it would increase my armor class by 2. Thundering creates a roar when striking a successful critical hit, so it deals extra damage on critical hits. And Masterful Craftsmanship means this item's enchantments are slightly more powerful than is normal for an item of this level, +1 total enchantment value. That, just for the record, did not exist when I played the game last. Anyway, the important thing about these chests is that loot was randomly generated when I opened the chest. If you were in a team with me, you were playing, I don't know, a wizard. When you go and open up this chest, if I hadn't taken my items out of it, you could still see them, but it would say, reserved for Sylvius. When you open up the chest, it would generate your own list of stuff, and if I was still looking at it, I could see what you got. You can also, I think, see down here, yeah, what the loot was. So you can kind of keep an eye on what other people want. Point is that no matter how many people are in this quest, we would all get our own set of loot. Now, certain chests, you know, can give, like, better items and stuff like that, and there's named items that can show up. So, I mean, I could conceivably open it and get a named item, and you could conceivably open it and get a, you know, like a crappy item and things like that. Furthermore, like, nobody really uses daggers. So, like, I could get a great sword, which is useful, and you could get, like, a short sword, which is not, under most circumstances. But it happens. I didn't even realize that rat was there. Now you can see my Vandal bonus went up from 8% at Mischief to 10. I still haven't killed enough enemies to get the next level of that, but what can you do? So now we're back into the main chamber. Nothing? Okay. You can use Q, by the way,
The door swings open.
to
It appears
like toggle
that the
between
floor in
various
this
items.
room
See how I'm
can be
going?
moved and
And
rotated.
E will use whatever you currently have selected. Copper coins. So yeah, using those buttons are a good way to find things that drop on the floor. Most monsters don't drop anything most of the time on the floor, besides like ingredients and things like that. Nope, nothing in there. Alright. So yeah, it can help you find things like that. Now, the puzzle here is pretty self-explanatory. The light comes out of that, you can rotate these tiles, and you need to light the 4 things in the corner. Like I said, it's pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, you just, you know, real simple here. You can either click on them, or you can use the E button, like I was saying. And there's actually 2 different ways you can do this, just for the record. See, I can drag that up this way, and then put this one here and spin it. Or I can go... and do it this way. Oh, no, I can't. Yeah, no, I can't. Look at that. I thought I could do it 2 different ways. I'm wrong, though. Wait, no, I'm not. Yeah, there you go. They're all lit that way. So yeah, there is 2 different ways you could have done it.
The protective spell dissipates. All that remains now is to take and deliver this.
There we go. Oh, I missed a barrel. Well, I still got the ransack bonus. The 2 little asterisks on each side mean that was at the highest level. It can't go up any higher. Some dungeons also, and then afterwards you just walk out here. Some dungeons also have, they can give you a bonus for avoiding killing enemies. So yeah, now I go and report my success to this dude. He gives me an item. These items are scripted. It's always the same 3 items. The Agile Belt gives you +1 on reflex saves, the Girdle of Fortitude gives you +1 on fortitude saves, and the Rugged Belt gives you +5 HP. I'm going to take the +5 HP. Now then, the other quest down here was from Baldur the Bold, and it's right here. Once again, I'm going to be going in on hard. Or I'm sorry, on elite. I want to point out that my hireling lasts for an hour, and her clock does not tick down when I'm outside of a dungeon, so I still have 52 minutes left. Defeat all the cultists, protect the Canith Crystal.
Ahead is the cellar where the Canith Crystal is hidden.
Can I use that? Look at the painting. Korthos, a tropical paradise in all of its glory. Without the ice dragon, there is likely never shown here. You can also see the abilities that my cleric has available to me.
You can feel the life-saving heat
I can turn her on,
from the magic crystal Baldur spoke of.
I can make them like come to
But
me.
from
I
the
can turn them on
shadows
passive.
approach
I can make
those
them
who will
aggressive.
doom Korthos by destroying it.
I can tell her, like, I can demand that she cast certain spells. Like, now she's casting Bless on me. So Bless will last for 5 minutes, and it gives me +1 to hit, and also makes me less... Oh god, I did not even notice that guy there. Makes me resistant to fear effects. The enemies here, by the way, are going to try to run past me and break this crystal as best they can. It can actually be somewhat difficult to do this quest. Especially when you consider that some of them are spellcasters. Now I put her on aggressive, so she's going to seek them out and attack them, as opposed to defensive, where she would only attack those that attack her first. And like I said, I can manually tell her to cast certain spells. Get back here. Work, Fury.
This shatters the crystal with a rolling blow.
I think...
doomed to an icy grave.
I think I can damage the crystal. And I think that's what just happened. I need to make sure that I'm not smashing the crystal. So let's go right back in. That was a whoopsies moment. Take 2. Perhaps a great sword isn't the best weapon, or a great axe isn't the best weapon in this situation.
Ahead is the cellar where the Canith Crystal is hidden.
Bless, please. See, she also has more, well, I mean, she might not because she's level 1.
You can feel the
appropriate
life-saving
leveled
heat
ones
emanating from the magic crystal
would
Baldur
have
spoke of.
more spells than
But
what
from
just
the
shows up on their
shadows
bar,
approach
but you
those
can
who
only
will
control the
doom
ones that are on
Korthos
their
by
bar.
destroying
Usually
it.
it's 4 on the bar. I think it's always 4 and more. You can also see what those 4 are when you're buying the hireling in the first place. Alright, I gotta make sure I'm not accidentally hitting the crystal. Can I see the HP of the crystal? No, I can't even see the HP of the crystal. This might actually be pretty tough. Maybe? Kill the Acolyte as fast as possible, because he's a spellcaster. By the way, you can kind of see them when they move up in shadows. That means they're in stealth mode. If I had a high listen... If I had a high listen, I could, okay. I don't know if I can do this on hard. Because I keep breaking the crystal. Alright, I'm gonna try one more time, and if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna give up. One more time. I don't want to break my bravery streak when I already got one on it, but this is kind of stupid. Do I have another weapon? No, I don't have another weapon. Of course I don't have another
Ahead
weapon.
is the cellar where the Caneth crystal is hidden. You can feel the life-saving heat emanating from the magic crystal Korthos spoke of. But from the shadows approach those who would doom Korthos
if I stand on the crystal,
it.
I can still hit them, but I can't hit the crystal. That, or they're the ones breaking the crystal. I'm not really sure what's happening. Okay. I want her to be a little bit more aggressive. You see that guy over there? Yeah. You go kill him. I want you to fight him. Because I don't want to leave the crystal. Don't heal yourself, just kill him. No, kill him. Yeah, just kill him. Come on, it's not that hard. He's got like 0 HP. Good job. Aw, oh, lady, you suck. There we go. There we go. 8 more to go. I think I just saw one of them up in the corner. Go get him. I'm not leaving my post. You gotta take care of him. Good, critical hit. Just, come on, he's got... Alright, there we go. I was like, he's got no HP left. Just fight him. There we go. Alright, yeah, standing on the crystal turned out to be a pretty good idea. Alright, and I'll let her finish that. How many kills has she gotten so far? 8. You know, I mean, again, it's more important that I keep the crystal alive. Orc Fury. Alright, we got 2 left. We can do this. This was awkward, but we got 2 left, and we can do it. Now, I probably didn't even need to bring a healer for this. I probably could have brought, like, an actual combatant and relied on healing potions for myself. The problem with healing potions is that, well, for one, as you can see, you can't pause this game. When you use a healing potion, you stop attacking because your character's, like, physically drinking the healing potion. By the way, this whole time, while I've been saying that, I've been making a drinking motion with my hand, forgetting that I don't have the webcams turned on. There he is. There we go.
Cultist, thus protecting the
I knew I could do it.
And saving Korthos.
Woo! Yes, the cultists came as you said they would, and when they tried to destroy the crystal, I felt them. The village will remain warm. Well, warmish. Axebane. Reduces physical damage taken by 4 except from bludgeoning and piercing damages. So it gives you damage reduction for piercing and broken by piercing and bludgeoning. Cast Aid or Spear Vein. I'm gonna take this one. It doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna take it. Also, while I'm here, I'm gonna take my enchantment points. So now I have access, since I put 1 point here, I have access to these up here. +1 to Sunder DCs. Your attacks or spells make enemy more likely to attack you. That's not something I want. +1 to hit and damage when using two-handed melee weapons. That's pretty solid. You gain +1 on will saving throws. And I have 1 additional point. I can't take this yet because I need to spend a total of 5 points. What about down here? +1 strength. That costs 2 points, and I don't have the level for it either. What about this one? Don't have the level for that, okay. Take the toughness one. What else do I have down here that I'm interested in? These are all kind of lame. I don't really sunder a lot, so that's pointless to me. I'm not going to use that. Whatever. Should I go with the Kensai thing, or this toughness thing here? I'm using an axe for now, and I'll probably be using an axe for a while, so let's just go with the Kensai focus axes. Why can't I select that? Am I blind? What? Wait, what? Oh, that took 2 action points. Okay. I was so confused. Alright, we're good. You can repeat quests, by the way. If you keep repeating, you'll eventually take an EXP like penalty for over repetition. I swear to Cybres, there's unholy wailing coming from Haten's family crypt. No one wants to check on it for fear of Swaggin and their cronies, but what could they want with Haten's crypt? Oh dear, why won't anyone go down there and see it? Haten's family crypt? Shouldn't you talk to a Haten about this? My dad used to tell me stories of the Hatens, hundreds of years ago when the Swaggin first came. Jorn Haten fought him tooth and nail, and when he died, his children fought them, and when they died, their children fought them. Oh, Lars Haten was the last of them, and I was... Well, never mind that. He's gone missing, and everybody thinks he's dead, but I know he's still out there. What if this wailing has something to do with it? You've got to go check. Alright, let's go check. And do this on hard also. I'm sorry, elite. Let me summon my level 80 here. Now let's take a look at the quest EXP I'm getting. Base EXP 356. You can see how it's all going up.
Coming from deep in the crypt, you hear the strange and unsettling echoes that Kaya spoke of. And by the passage leading in, a grim-faced man glares at you.
The villager... sorry, I haven't seen you before. You're new to Korthos, Well, you should go back up to the village. The crypt is falling apart. You could trip on some rubble and hurt yourself. The villagers are talking about some strange noises down here, and I'm going to investigate. Let me pass. Alright, let's go kill things.
Strange. Sarcophagi line the walls, but they're broken open and empty. Where did the bodies go?
There we go. Always kill the spellcasters first. They're usually easier to kill, and they're gonna hurt you more.
What were those cultists up to? A treasure chest glimmers in the dark passage here.
This treasure chest loot is preset.
This longsword is still sharp. It's a slashing weapon, perfect for slicing through putrid zombie flesh that would resist pump. There's a Sahuagin in here, performing some kind of ritual.
Come, dead son of Korthos, rise and do my...
The altar glows with dark power, and the Sahuagin continues.
Kill everyone in Korthos. Kill any who would help them.
Let's roll. So yeah, certain monsters like undead zombies, for instance, take reduced damage from bludgeoning or piercing weapons, which makes sense. Like, you know, shooting a zombie with an arrow isn't going to do a whole bunch to it.
We're using this vile devout. A magical crest appears from the destroyed
And
altar.
like beating it with a hammer isn't going to do a lot of damage to it either.
It may be useful.
You want to slash them
later.
up, axes, swords.
You continue to hear cultists about their evil work from further inside the crypt.
On the other hand, skeletons take reduced damage from piercing weapons, obviously. You know, I mean, what's an arrow going to do to a skeleton? And also reduce damage from slashing weapons because, you know, they're not bleeding. But they take full damage from hammers, maces, and all that kind of jazz.
As you slay these foul cultists, take care to keep your own health up.
This is another
treasure
scripted chest. It's going to give
Perhaps
me a hammer or something like that.
This heavy mace
Yeah,
is
there
a
you go.
bludgeoning weapon, ideal for smashing apart skeletons. Their bones are resistant to puncturing. There's another Sahuagin. It croaks.
Cragwolf Hayton, in life you served the light. But in death, you shall serve the Devourer.
The Sahuagin gloats.
Just on a side note, this whole place looks way different from when I last played the game. They, like, redesigned a whole bunch of this. Most undead are also immune to critical hits, just for the
Another
record.
crest drops out as you smash the altar. There
They
might
can't,
still
like,
be other altars
they don't have a
elsewhere
weak
in this
point.
crypt.
Like, you can't sever their arteries or, like, hit an organ because, you know, they don't have any. Or, I mean, they do, but it doesn't matter. They're undead. Ah, ah. Yeah, guys, keep attacking those things. I don't mind if you don't attack me. Alright. See, we got the little temple. Most dungeons have at least one of these. Most. Not all, but most. What did the Sahuagin need with these corpses anyway? Dinner. They need to eat them for dinner. There we go.
A chest. It's out in the open and unprotected. And that's probably what the dead cultist by the chest thought.
I'm going to tell my person to stand still. Huh, that's also new. That did not used to exist.
Acid sprays out of the wall as the gate slams shut.
I would like to point out, if I was a rogue, I could disarm that trap. Also, traps are not that dangerous under normal circumstances. Like, you could easily just kind of walk through that, and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Normal circumstances was the key word there. On elite difficulty, there's a good chance that trap will just kill me. This doubles back to the front.
This is a dark and dusty passage. It doesn't look like anyone's come through here.
That was a
decades.
secret door, and you can also get plus EXP for discovering multiple secret doors. Now, one of the things I want to point out here about this trap is, see how there's like a little opening bar here? Oh, nice. Loot all. If I had taken damage while I was trying to open it, it would interfere with me opening it. Oh, I still can't wear... I thought I could wear that armor. That's disappointing. So yeah, if I had taken damage, it would have interfered with my ability to open that chest. Rogues have an ability called
In the
evasion.
middle of this chamber is an evil
this
devourer
go.
altar. By it, a Sahuagin rumbles.
For generations, the human Haytons have forestalled us. Now the dead Haytons shall serve the Devourer's slaves. They'll be the army to crush the Korthos resistance,
Cries the Sahuagin.
Unfortunately, you guys all have a fatal weakness in the form of great axe to your face. They haven't figured out a cure for that.
The Sahuagin's plan must have been to use these devourer altars to animate every body in this crypt. But by your hand, you can when the altar collapses, a third crest appears. It glows with cold magic.
Alright. So, when like a trap goes off like that, you make a reflex save to dodge it. And my reflex here, you can see it is 0. So, a number is generated, a d20 roll. There's a value you have to get over that's unique to that trap. And if you get over it, you're good. And you'll take... Now, for most people, it's you take half damage. Most things like fireballs going off or traps are reflex saves. Other things like poisons or diseases are fortitude saves. Will saves are usually used for things like mind-affecting attacks, charm person, those kind of things. So even if I had made my reflex save, which I certainly might have, it would only be half damage for me. So I would still take damage, so it would interfere with my ability to open up the thing. Certain classes, rogues, monks, I think rangers, have what's called evasion. For them, it says...
A magical barrier blocks the way, and behind it, another Sahuagin performs unholy rituals at a devourer altar. This barrier appears linked to 3 sockets in the wall. If you find the crests to those sockets, you fit the last crest in place, and the magic shield dissipates. The Sahuagin inside spits out in a venomous voice.
These fools who would keep Korthos shall be consumed by the devourer.
Looking down at a corpse on the altar, the Sahuagin says,
And you, dead hero of hate and blood, shall be the devourer's teeth.
Alright. So anyway, what was I saying? Right. The classes that have the evasion ability, when they get hit by a trap, I killed it, I broke enough things to get a mischief bonus and a conquest bonus. Look at that. So I got 969 EXP. The base EXP was 356.
Your bold action saved Korthos and brought the Sahuagin's fell scheme to naught. The treasure chest in the antechamber is now yours.
Makes me just a little bit better against getting poisoned. That's not great. Anyway, rogues have evasion, which says if they make their save against a reflex thing, they take no damage. So a rogue, if it had a high enough reflex save, could just stand there while the trap keeps shooting them and just casually open up the chest. Anyway, normally you walk your way out of the dungeon, but for dungeons like this, where the way out is very far away, you usually just hit the finish button, wait for this thing to happen. You can also recall out of the dungeon if you haven't completed it, and you realize that, like, you're not going to be able to complete it. Sylvius, I was afraid you'd been hurt. Did you look in the crypt? What was in there? The Sahuagin were resurrecting the Haytons, turning their bodies into undead minions. But don't worry, I put a stop to it. Oh, how horrible. But what about... Did you find Lars Hayton? Was he... You didn't find a trace of him down there? So he could still be alive. Oh, Sylvius, you've done me a world of good. Oh... Constitution, but reducing on other things. Lame. Concentration? Well, I'll take the concentration. We'll save.
Hero,
I don't want to take negatives.
It is on the people's lips as you walk by. Cautious looks have become friendly nods. Then word comes that your presence is requested in the tavern.
Alright, so that was all of the quests that I can do inside of the town so far, besides the one in the tavern. Taverns usually have some people that are offered quests, and you also regenerate faster in here. I'm glad you're here, Sylvius. I've heard of your efforts on behalf of the village. Thanks to you, opportunities have begun to materialize to turn the situation around. There's a traitor here in the village, someone who has given himself to the cult willingly, mad as that is. We now know what his next move will be, and that is where you come in, Sylvius. The fool is planning to attack the tavern and kill me, but when he arrives with his Sahuagin allies, he won't find me, he'll find you. I think I'm starting to see where this is going. Don't worry, my men will ambush most of the Sahuagin before they can get near the place, but make sure you kill the traitor. Under no circumstances allow him to get away. His name is Jacob Drexelhand. Now, are you ready? Ready as I'll ever be. Let's do this. Hard. Elite. Sorry, I don't know why I keep calling it hard. Alright, let me summon my hireling. Still got 35 minutes left on her. Throw me out a blast, lady.
Bears fruit. This must be the collaborator hand stepping in from the dark.
It's a butt face. You again. The Swaggin blame me for your heroics. I'm sick of your tampering. Why? Why are you working for the Swaggin? I'm no fool. The Swaggin will kill everybody who doesn't convert. It's inevitable. I'm just watching out for my hide. So says the biggest fool in Korthos. Your life ends now. Ha, you'll be too busy with the Swaggin to fight me. Oh man, I'm gonna level up after this, I think. Oh wow, I didn't even see that. Let's put my lady on aggressive. One thing you want to be semi-careful about is, I think if you use the door, you can step out of this quest and fail it. So you want to make sure you don't accidentally do that. Although I could be wrong. Yeah, I might be wrong. However, quests that actually do have doors out, you can accidentally leave. But I think usually it gives you a warning and is like, are you sure you want to do this? But while you're furiously clicking because there's enemies on you, you could accidentally misclick. So just be careful. That's all I'm getting at.
Your stalwart defense gives the Sahagin pause, but you hear more of them gathering outside for a
mini
final
treasure chest.
assault.
It only shows up when this happens. Ooh, leather armor.
You notice a small chest hidden behind the bar.
Leather armor that I can't wear because I'm not a high enough level. You'll note, by the way, that I'm level 1, and that by putting these quests on Elite, they're level 3. So I'm getting loot designed for level 2s. Because most items are designed for even numbers. So I'm getting the loot that's designed for level 2 instead of level 0, basically, or unleveled. Oh god, I thought I had killed this one and this one. I did not realize I was just like letting them. I was putting them all into low HP and then just ignoring them.
You have weathered the Southwargin storm. Now, after that traitorous Jacoby Drexelhand, he must have fled into the cellar. Drexelhand isn't here. However, webbed footprints on the ground betray the location of a secret passage. Backtracking them may reveal the way to open that passage.
For the record, you could have hit the disguise lever, or you could have tried to search.
The chamber beyond the secret passage looks ancient, predating Korthos village.
Yay! Loot! +2 heavy mace, and a bunch of stuff that I can't carry, or I can't equip. Or is that just... oh, God. I'm falling apart, people. I'm falling apart. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. My friend, I'm better at hitting you with an axe than you are at hitting me with your weapon of choice. Fishy. It's fishy. Now, if there's a spot where I was gonna die, this is a good spot to die, because the resurrection thing is right there. However, when you die, your equipment gets damaged. Oh, get back here. And sometimes repairing all of your equipment can be semi-expensive. Another treasure chest, though. Frostproof, heavy wooden shield. What's frostproof do? Cold absorption. 10% cold absorption. That's pretty solid. Again, it would be a lot cooler if I could, you know, use any of these items I'm looting. Let's get another bless, because my old one didn't have a lot of time left. There we go. Let's roll.
There. That Weasley Drexelhand has nowhere left to run. Finish the job.
Let's kill these other swag first. They're easier to kill. There we go. I leveled up. Now this dude was like a sub-boss here, and I don't technically have to kill him because the dungeon is already done. But, by killing him, I get XP for killing him. So killing him is good. And then I get another chest from Drexelhand. A tower shield. They really want me to use a shield. I notice. So yeah, we're gonna recall as opposed to walking all the way back, because that would take forever. Mission accomplished. I'll turn my stuff in, level up. I'm super excited about leveling up. So yeah, that sub-boss dude was like a special type of sub-boss where they don't always show up, although I do think he always shows up. But some other dungeons, you'll go through the dungeon and there'll be like a spot where a sub-boss can spawn maybe 33% of the time or something like that. And when you kill them, it'll pop up optional. It'll say like, kill Fred Spitface. I don't know. And you'll kill him, you'll get EXP for killing him, and you could even get a treasure chest sometimes. There you are. I was worried they got you. Did you kill him? Did you kill Drexelhand? Yes, Jacoby Drexelhand is dead. And may he spend an eternity in Kyber's bowels. This is wonderful news, my friend. We have reached the tipping point. At last we can take the fight to the Swaggin. Thank you. I can get a new Great Axe. Lesser Monster is Bane. A Bane weapon excels at attacking one type or subtype of creature. Against monsters humanoids, this weapon's effective enchantment bonus is +1 higher, and its normal enchantment bonus, it deals an extra 1d6 points of damage against that foe. Swaggins, just for the record. We'll take that.
Your victories have made the village much safer, but only temporarily. It's time to take the fight to the Sahuagin.
Hey Sylvius, I've heard
out
you
in the wilds
did
of Korthos Island.
I've heard Da and little Kaya say good things. Oh, Dad, I guess. And little Kaya say good things about you. Could you do me a favor? I told Bertram that we had some vintage old Scully grog in the cellar. I thought we had a whole cask, but the cask is fake. Da replaced it with a disguised lever. I swear, he can be so paranoid sometimes. In any case, could you go to the Korthos village pier and help whatever his face find is a vintage old Scully's? Vintage old Scully's grog is available only through the DTO store. Sure, anything for one of Sigmund's daughters. So wait a second, do I... Okay, I have to go tell somebody else about that. I think they give you the points to buy this item. That or this item doesn't cost anything. Let me pull it up real quick. I just searched for grog. Was that what it's called? Yeah. It costs 5, and I think they give you the points. Yeah, I think they gave me the points. Quick buy, place order. There we go. That, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure is going to send me an email that I don't care about, but whatever. Let's pick up all the quests. Oh, it's you. I beseech you, hero. Something terrible has happened. My daughter, Erisa, has been kidnapped. We heard her scream in the night, but by the time we got to her room, she was gone. Is there anything that can be done? I think she's being held with other prisoners at the old Cannith Aqueduct. They're being taken there one by one for indoctrination. The Cannith Aqueduct is in a rocky cliff, the easternmost tip of Korthos Island. To get there, someone would need to cross all the island's wilderness. Then, that person would need to find a path to climb up and gain entrance to the aqueduct at the top of the cliff. It's our only chance to rescue the prisoners. I beg you, hero, bring my little Risa back to me. Yes. Now let's sell some of the stuff I got. I want to sell. You can buy stuff from this dude, but he doesn't really have anything all that great for the most part. I'm gonna hold on to the leather armor and the chainmail just because I want to see them. Sell the darts though, sell those. Sell all of the gems. Sell the potions, because I'm never going to use those. Sell those potions. Sell that potion. Sell the thieves' tools. Sell the scroll. Sell the dragon shards. There we go. And then sell everything. Nice. Now I got a bunch of platinum coins. Now let's do my level up. Gotta spend my action points. I have 1 remaining. We'll take the axes now. Accept. Alright, close. And now I get to level up, too. Can I just go through this? Good. Right. I hope he doesn't... he does keep saying that. That's annoying. Advance to the next level of a fighter. You could, by the way, level up in a different class if you so choose. You could go, like, Fighter Barbarian, Fighter Rogue, and you can only have 3 classes at once. And you can't really unlevel in classes, just for the record. So if you... and as a general rule of thumb, unless you know what you're doing, stick to 1 class. And I'm going to take Cleave, because I want to Cleave pretty badly. So I got 13 additional hit points, 10. Fighters always get 10, plus what my Constitution is. My base attack bonus went up from 1 to 2, and my Fortitude save went from 2 to 3. And I got Cleave, and I increased my jump. So now, feats, I gotta put Cleave on one of my buttons here. suppose I should keep Sunder there, too, huh? Yeah, we'll put Sunder there. Cleave hits all enemies around you, as you can just see. I gotta give this dude his grog. This is the dude. Good day, old chum. Do you happen to have a bottle of vintage old schoolie's grog on you? I would trade a Cybery Spirit Cake for it. Yes, I'll take that trade. Starter Cybery Spirit Cake. I believe... Yeah, a colorful, fragrant... Yeah, this will bring you back to life if you're dead, I believe. Why can't I equip these? I can't equip it. I don't know why it's still in dark. Let's see what I look like. I look like I killed a giant owl. Let's see. My current armor had an armor value of 6 with a max dex bonus of 3. This armor has an armor value of 5 with a max dex bonus of 6. So that's worse. This one, however, max armor bonus of 6, max dex bonus of 5. So it'll be the same, but it'll possibly look cooler, and that's important to me. Okay, it doesn't really look all that cool, just for the record. Also, my, like, bulging biceps and chest make me look like an idiot. Alright, let's pick up this dude's quest. A moment of your time, adventurer. I would like to hire your services. I can offer a choice of items from our cargo as payment. I'm listening. My mistress, Drusin Durasco, was assaulted and kidnapped. I don't really know what that D means. It means they're a member of the Durasco house, but I'm not sure exactly how it's pronounced. They were undead, obviously minions of some villain. I followed them to some decrepit catacombs here in the wilderness of Korthos Island. It's at the base of a river inlet, underneath the south end of a long river cutting through the middle of the island. I would hire you to travel there and rescue my mistress. Does this job offer sound reasonable? This Durasco sounds like an important woman. What's she doing here? The mistress often travels on behalf of House Durasco. Unfortunately, we were waylaid by that troublesome dragon. So you want me to rescue your employer? Yes. Quite reasonable. And I have one more quest to pick up, and then I'll be ending my recording here. Ursa Jernsvard. Listen, Silvius, I know you've been helping around the village, but it's serious. I've been talking to Kaya, and I'm convinced Lars Heitzen is alive. I didn't find him in the Heitzen family crypt. No, not at the crypt. If you breathe a word of this to anybody, I'll disembowel you. Okay, here it is. I saw Lars Heitzen at the old Cannith manufactory, in the flesh. One moment he was there, and then, if Heitzen's actually alive, by Dol Dorn, he can help us. Find him, fighter. Acquire his assistance, whatever it takes. If you head out into the wilderness of Korthos Island, you'll see an old ruins on the right side of the path. Climb to the top of the ruins, and there you'll find a passage into the Cannith manufactory. Okay, I'll find Lars Heitzen. Alright, folks. That was a second video. I did all the town quest, if you will. For now, though, like, favorite, comment, subscribe, Patreon, Twitter, Facebook, and I'll see you guys later.